The 10 attributes, I'll list the 6. They are called exclusive attributes in theology. That means they belong to God. They brand God in a class all by himself, and he did not share those attributes with man. And the remaining 4 attributes of God are called shared attributes. Are we together? Or non-exclusive attributes, meaning that he shared those attributes with man. So let's list them quickly. Number 1, we said that God is eternal. This is the first attribute of God. He is eternal. He was not a function of time and will never be a function of time. Number 2, we said God is self-existent, meaning he does not outsource life or living or sustenance from outside of himself. The Bible says all things consist within him. It says he had life in himself. So the second attribute of God is that God is self-existent. He does not depend on anyone or any other factor for his life and for his vitality. Number 3, we said God is immutable. Do not forget, these are the attributes that define God and brand God as against every other deity. God is immutable, meaning he's unchanging in his character. He's unchanging in his character. His methods can change. Are we together? There are times that his methods are bespoke to individuals, but his character is consistent. He's immutable. Number 4, God is omnipresent. Omnipresent, meaning he's everywhere at the same time. So the idea of God visiting his people and coming to his people is not as though from where he is, he's unable to be in touch with them. I've taught you here that there are 3 dimensions of God's presence. One is called his omnipresence, his ability to be everywhere. The second is called his Emmanuel dimension, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there in their midst. The third is called his Shekinah, his manifested presence, where he reveals his presence to heal, to deliver. Are we together? So God is omnipresent. Don't forget, next is God is omniscient. The word omniscient means all-knowing. All-knowing. I told you that the knowledge that God has is not progressive. God does not learn. He cannot learn. Are we together now? There is nothing for him to learn. He does not know better today than he did yesterday. There is no progression in his knowledge. His knowledge is absolute, is infinite. It says there is no searching of his understanding. Hallelujah. Man does not have that level of omniscience. We learn, we see in part, we prophesy in part, and grace and peace is multiplied as knowledge is multiplied. But God's knowledge is absolute. Then finally, of the 6 exclusive attributes, God is omnipotent. The word omnipotent means all-powerful. I have spoken once and you've heard twice that power belongs to God. He is omnipotent. Are we learning now? So these 6 attributes I just listed are called exclusive attributes. He did not share them with man. That's what makes him God all by himself. The remaining 4 attributes that make up the 10 attributes of God are called non-exclusive or shared attributes. Number 1 of those ones, or let me say number 7 now so you're not confused, is that God is spirit. God is spirit and man is also spirit. He that is joined to Christ is one spirit. God is spirit and he made man spirit. Number 2, God is light. And Jesus himself said, ye are the light. Matthew chapter 5, I believe, from verse 13 down to 16. Hallelujah. You are the salt of the earth. You are the light of the world. Verse 14 says, and then culminating verse 16, that you let that light so shine. So God is light and man is light. Number 3, God is holy. God is holy. The word holy means consecrated, set apart. And the Bible tells us that we were created in that image, that holiness of God, and to strive to walk, to become portraits of that holiness in experience. And then finally, God is love. These are the 4 shared attributes of God. He is spirit, he is light, he is holy, and his love. So that makes the 10 attributes of God. So when you are defining or describing God, because he's indescribable from an intellectual standpoint, you have to draw from these attributes to brand him, to describe him to one who never knew him, never met him. One last recap: he's eternal, he's self-existent, he's immutable, he's omnipresent, he's omniscient, he's omnipotent, he's spirit, he's light, he's holy, he's love.